Is it necessary to try in life? While the question may appear foolish at first glance, upon deeper contemplation, it may not seem as such. Charles Bukowski's tombstone says, "Don't try." I believe that this phrase may seem like a form of trolling, but the truth is that many great figures throughout history have used irony and sarcasm in their work, and those who have had a deeper understanding of the world have not hesitated to use these techniques to poke fun at societal norms and expectations. If you read any piece of literature with this in mind, you will likely pick up on these moments. It is interesting to consider this quote in light of Bukowski's own life, as he only achieved fame at the age of 50, despite writing for most of his life.
But you knew you had talent.
They all think they have. How do you know that you're the one? You don't know. It's a shot in the dark. You take it, or you become a normal, civilized person from 8 to 5. Get married, have children, Christmas together. Here comes Grandma. Hi, Grandma, come on in. How are you? You know. Shit, I couldn't take that. I'd rather murder myself.
Let's talk about Bukowski later. Life is full of opportunities, but often, we find ourselves hesitating to take the first step towards our goals. We may fear failure, rejection, or the unknown, and as a result, we may find ourselves stuck in a cycle of inaction. However, trying and risking are essential ingredients for personal growth and success. After watching this video, you will know why it's important to take risks and try new things. Why is it necessary to try in life? What does Charles Bukowski's tombstone tell us? What could be the only thing that stands between us and our goals? What can you face by risking? How can a man and a barrel be connected, and who is Diogenes? And finally, how to develop the mindset of a risk taker. The question of whether it is necessary to try in life is a complex and subjective one. Some people might argue that it is essential to put in effort and strive for success, while others may believe that it is more important to simply enjoy the present moment and live life in the moment. Most of us fall somewhere in between these two extremes. We understand that putting in effort can lead to positive outcomes, but we also recognize that sometimes things don't work out, no matter how much effort we put in. From a practical standpoint, the answer is
yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
Again.
Yes!
Yes. Say it again.
Yes!
Ah! Make me believe it.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yeah!
trying is essential for personal growth and development. Without putting in effort, we may never learn new skills, achieve our goals, or overcome challenges. Trying also provides a sense of purpose and meaning, which can help us feel fulfilled and satisfied in life. Furthermore, trying can lead to personal resilience, which is essential for coping with adversity. When we encounter difficult situations, we are better equipped to handle them if we have a history of putting in effort and working through challenges. So what does Charles Bukowski's tombstone say? This phrase may seem contradictory to Bukowski's writings about the importance of trying, but it's actually a reference to a poem he wrote called "So You Want to Be a Writer." In essence, Bukowski is saying that if something is truly worth pursuing, it will come naturally and you won't have to force it. Don't try means don't try to be something you're not or force yourself to do something you don't really want to do. Instead, focus on what truly drives you and let your passion guide you. In an interview, he stated that he would continue to write even if he were not paid for it, and that he would pay to be allowed to write. According to Bukowski's wife, the phrase "do not try" means that if you spend all your time trying to do something, you will not actually accomplish anything. I find this quote to be both clever and simple. Bukowski didn't have to try to be a writer because writing was his essence. He believed that literature chose him, not the other way around. This idea is similar to the concept of Harry Potter's grimoire choosing its owner. Saitama, a character from an anime series, shares Bukowski's philosophy, explaining that he doesn't act heroically for adoration but because he wants to. Despite not being recognized as a true hero, Saitama still continues to act in a way that is true to himself.
Listen up! I don't do this hero thing for admiration or approval or anything like that! I do it because I want to, understand? So if you want to blame me, go ahead, you baldies!
But you're the one who's bald.
What did you say?!
There is a book titled A Thousand-Faced Hero that follows this idea, and if more people followed it, they might achieve more success. However, it's important to note that we cannot live by this philosophy alone, as it would lead to starvation and chaos. In some cases, we must force ourselves to do things, even if they are not something we enjoy. Sometimes, the universe seems to conspire against us when we try too hard to achieve something. However, rock climbers often push themselves to their limits and experience great emotional highs, even if the physical result doesn't provide any tangible rewards. The key is to find enjoyment in the process of doing something, rather than solely focusing on the end result. The quest for money and success should not be the ultimate goal. Instead, the goal should be to enjoy the work itself, with money and fame as bonuses. Depending on awards and recognition for satisfaction can be limiting. Unfortunately, only a small percentage of the population land a job that they genuinely love. Most people work in jobs they do not enjoy due to various reasons, such as a lack of alternative options or financial need. However, the work we love does not necessarily have to be our job. Some people pursue their passions outside of their profession, such as bodybuilders who train for hours in the gym or artists who create masterpieces without selling a single painting. When we step out of our comfort zone and take a chance, we open ourselves up to new possibilities that we may not have even considered before. One of the main risks of taking risk is the possibility of failure. Failure can be discouraging, disheartening, and demotivating. It can damage one's self-esteem and make them question their abilities. Repeated failures can also lead to a fear of trying again, which can be a major roadblock to personal growth. Another risk of risking is the potential for physical harm or injury. One funny real-life example of a risk that failed was the case of a man who tried to break a world record for the longest time spent in a barrel. He had constructed a custom barrel and was planning to spend over 2 weeks in it. After only a few days, he realized that he had made a critical error in his design. The barrel had no ventilation, and the man began to suffer from serious respiratory issues. He had to be rescued and hospitalized, and the record attempt was abandoned. In general, the combination of man and barrel is a funny one. There was a Greek philosopher named Diogenes who lived in a barrel. Diogenes was an ancient Greek philosopher and self-proclaimed citizen of the world who at different points allegedly lived in a wine barrel. Today there even exists a psychological disorder called Diogenes syndrome, which is completely different from the man in a barrel syndrome. You can research these two syndromes by yourself, but if you want us to make a video about them, you can easily write a comment about it. Wait, it looks like we've gone off topic. What are we talking about? Back to the person who wants to break a world record for the longest time spent in a barrel. It serves as a reminder that even seemingly harmless risks can have unexpected consequences. It's important to thoroughly assess and plan for potential risks before embarking on any venture, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Additionally, taking risks can have negative consequences for relationships and personal life. It's important to consider the impact that taking risks can have on those around us, such as family, friends, and coworkers. For example, taking a risky career move that requires relocating can put a strain on family relationships and disrupt the lives of loved ones. Finally, it's important to recognize that not all risks are worth taking. Sometimes the potential benefits of taking a risk may not outweigh the potential costs and negative consequences. It's important to carefully consider the risks and benefits of any decision before taking action.
I want to remind you, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss an upload. And if you found this video informative and engaging, please give it a thumbs up. Remember that your support helps us continue to create content that educates and entertains our viewers.
On the other hand, it's important to recognize that trying doesn't always lead to success. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, things just don't work out the way we want them to. When this happens, it's essential to practice self-compassion and understand that failure is a normal part of life. It's okay to take a step back and reevaluate our goals or approach, despite knowing that they may never reach the level of someone like Ronnie Coleman, Some people continue to train at the gym and support their fellow fitness enthusiasts who as well will not reach Ronnie's level. Similarly, some artists devote their entire lives to painting without ever making a sale. While there are numerous examples of these types of pursuits, it is precisely in these endeavors that one must try. Because who knows, maybe you could be the one individual who turns their passion into their life's work. The answer is yes, young or old, you gotta try. This statement is a great reminder that sometimes, the only thing that stands between us and our goals is our own fear of failure or reluctance to take risks. By putting in the effort and taking calculated risks, we open ourselves up to new opportunities and possibilities, and this can lead to personal growth and development. When we try new things, we challenge ourselves and expand our horizons, which can lead to personal fulfillment and a sense of accomplishment. I know that all this is said very beautifully, but you need to keep in mind that it will be difficult to do, although you might already know it, don't you? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you're looking to better understand your own emotions, improve your relationships with others, and just simply control them, you can watch our video about emotions. And remember, pumping brains will help you to become your best version.